Rabbit's Tale. Rabbit was fed up. His home was simply too small. It's so cramped, he moaned, living here. I'm squished and I'm squashed at every turn. I need more room. After grumbling to himself for a while, he perked up. I know, he said. I'll go and see Owl. He's wise. He'll be able to help. My home is too small, he called to Owl, who sat watching the world from his tree. Said Owl, and you want to make it bigger? He thought for a moment and then declared, you must ask all of your brothers and sisters to stay. Really? Said Rabbit. Do you think that will help? Oh, yes, Owl nodded. That should do it. Rabbit was baffled, but he did as Owl said. That afternoon, all his brothers and sisters moved in. It was a tight squeeze. Rabbit went straight back to Owl. I asked all my brothers and sisters, he told him, and now there's less room. What can I do? Owl smiled. Invite all your friends too. Really? Said Rabbit again, feeling even more confused. Oh, yes, said Owl. So Rabbit went to see all of his friends and asked them to stay. One by one, they all trooped into his house. Rabbit stood in the middle of the living room and gazed around in dismay. This is ridiculous, he thought. I don't have room to move. And he squeezed through the crowd and ran back to Owl. Help, he shouted. I took your advice and now there's no room for me. Don't panic, said Owl in a calm voice. Just tell them it's time to go home. So Rabbit went back and told his brothers and sisters and all his friends that it was time to leave. Thanks for having us, they called as they trooped out again. As his last friend left, Rabbit looked around his empty house. It felt enormous. He leaped in the air in delight. My home is huge, he cried. Thank you, Owl. What a wise old bird you are.